If Inkscape is giving you a PDF export error, don't worry, because in this video I'm going to walk you through the most effective fixes step by step. This is a common issue, and it usually comes down to one of a few causes like a problematic file name, a precision setting that is too high, missing fonts, or complex effects like blur and filters. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly what to change so you can export your PDF successfully without the internal error message. And if this video helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more easy software fixes just like this one. Let's get started. The first thing you want to check is your file name and the folder path. Inkscape can sometimes fail during export if your file is saved in a location with special characters in the path. Characters like %signs, hashtags, ampersands, or even unusual folder names can cause problems when the PDF engine tries to process the file. To fix this, save your project to a simple location like the desktop or directly on the C drive, and make sure the file name uses only letters and numbers. Avoid symbols and extra punctuation just to be safe. Once you've done that, try exporting the PDF again, because in many cases, this simple change is enough to solve the issue. If the error is still happening, the next thing to adjust is the PDF export precision. When you open the PDF export dialog, you may see a setting related to the precision of approximating gradient meshes. If this value is too high, it can put too much pressure on the Cairo rendering engine, which is what Inkscape uses during export. That can cause the export process to hang, freeze, or crash with an internal error. Lowering this precision can make the export process much more stable. So go into the export settings, reduce that precision setting, and then try saving the PDF again. Even a small adjustment can make a big difference when the file contains gradients or other detailed artwork. Another very common cause of PDF export errors is missing fonts. If Inkscape is trying to export text that uses a font it can't embed properly, the export can fail. The safest fix is to convert all text to paths before exporting. This turns your text into vector shapes instead of live editable font text, which means the PDF engine no longer needs to embed the font file. To do that, select everything on the page by pressing Ctrl and A, then go to Path and choose Object to Path. This step is especially useful if your error message mentions missing fonts or font embedding issues. Just remember that once text is converted to paths, it is no longer editable as text, so only do this when you're finished making changes. Now let's talk about filters and blur effects, because these can also trigger PDF export failures. If your design contains large amounts of Gaussian blur, shadows, glows, or other complex SVG filter effects, Inkscape may struggle to convert everything properly into PDF format. In many cases, the export dialog includes an option to rasterize filter effects. If you see that checkbox, turn it on. Rasterizing the filters tells Inkscape to flatten those complex effects into image data during export, which can prevent the internal error from appearing. This is especially helpful for artwork with multiple blur layers or heavy visual effects. If you are working on a detailed design, this one setting can save a lot of frustration. If you've tried all of these steps and you're still having trouble, it's a good idea to test the export with a simpler version of your file. Remove one element at a time or duplicate the document and gradually strip out fonts, filters, and unusual characters until you find the cause. That can help you identify whether the issue is coming from the file name, the text, the effects, or the rendering precision. The good news is that most Inkscape PDF export errors are caused by one of these exact problems, so one of these fixes usually solves it. To quickly recap, start by saving your file in a simple folder with a clean name, then lower the gradient mesh precision in the export settings, convert text to paths if fonts are causing the issue, and rasterize complex filters or blurs if needed. These steps will solve the majority of Inkscape PDF export problems and help you get your file exported properly. If this tutorial helped you fix the error, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next quick fix. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.